Hello, my name is Sue Raneiri, and I'm a realtor with Caldwell Banker Residential Brokerage in Franklin, and I also have my personal office in Bellingham on 360 Pulaski Boulevard. I'm pleased to be this month's host for Strictly Business, presented by the Bellingham Business Association, of which I am a member and a director. BBA is a local organization which works towards supporting our local businesses as well as giving back to the community and the people that we serve. Today's guest is Paul Caci of the FBI, otherwise known as Future Bearings Corporation, at 90 Menden Street in Bellingham. Before speaking with Paul, I would like to give you a brief recap of the Bellingham Business Association last month's meeting held on June 15th at Lowell's Restaurant. At this meeting, we honored our two $1,500 scholarship winners, Michaela Bersotti and Alexandra Brady. Michaela will be attending Framingham State University, and Alexandra will be going to UMass Amherst. We wish them both the best of luck in their endeavors. In addition to these two award winners, we are pleased to present our Citizen of the Year Award to Michael J. Connor for his dedication to the youth and citizens of the town of Bellingham. Michael's a member of the Board of Selectmen, and he's been extremely involved in the youth baseball program. He's a strong advocate for special needs education and vocational training, as well as many other volunteer and charitable efforts. We thank him for his commitment to the town of Bellingham. Each month, the BBA meeting is held on the third Wednesday at a local establishment or town facility from 6 to 8 p.m. The meeting typically features guest speakers who address the topic of interest to local businesses. The meeting also includes dinner and a time for networking. Thank you, Paul, for being with us today during our segment of Strictly Business.
You're welcome.
Why don't I start by asking you a little bit about yourself? How long have you lived in Bellingham? What brought you to Bellingham? And tell us about your business.
Well, me and my family have lived in Bellingham for about 30 years. And I have a wife, a son, and a daughter. And our reason for moving to Bellingham was we wanted to live in a small town. Now it seems, after all the renovations up and down 126, our small town that originally, when we moved in, didn't have a street light, now has quite a few of them. Sure. And it's growing a little bit bigger. I guess this is progress. I think, to give you a little bit of background on my business, we actually sell ball and roller bearings to industrial firms. A lot of folks think that it's not an extremely exciting type of an industry, but if you think about it, nothing would move without ball bearings. They're all different types. Most folks think about the ball bearings in the wheels of cars, or the ball bearings in bicycles, or vacuum cleaners, or this type of thing. That's really not our business. What we do is we sell conveyor bearings for companies like Gorelick Farms, or Antron in town is one of our customers, for all types of machinery. We do some business with St. Gobain out in Worcester. We also do some business with a company up in Athol, LS Starrett, that manufactures all different types of gauges and devices to measure items. So our type of industry it's exciting to me because each sales call that I make during the day is to a different account. This morning I went into a place up in Air, and it's Media News, and they manufacture newspapers. Later on I might go into a bottling plant. It's all different types of things, all different types of applications. We actually even sell bearings to, or used to sell bearings to, Continental Baking in Natick. Mm-hmm. And when Megan was little, my daughter was little, we used to go to visit the Twinkie factory on Saturdays, and every once in a while I'd have to bring a bearing into there, and I'd bring her along with me.
I hope she got samples.
Yeah, she did. Okay. Yeah.
You also have a business in Fitchburg, correct?
I do, yeah. There are two branches of Future Bearings. One is right here in Bellingham, right at 90 Menden Street, across from good old Pete's Bluebird. And the other one is up in Fitchburg, Mass. It's on Pershing Street. And we've had both of the facilities since, I'm going to say, about 1985. And we started out, what I did was I used to work for a bearing company. And after working for them for 16 years, they got bought out by a large conglomerate. And I stayed there for about 3 years. And what happened was I became branch manager number 274. And there was something about being a number 274 that didn't sit right with me. And then after I was there for the 3rd year, I decided, well, it was time for me to start my own business. So my brother Ken and I got together, and we decided to start our business out of he had a small office in his house in Melrose, Mass.
Now, your son Matthew works for you right
Yes,
now.
he does, yeah. And we really have a good time.
I bet you do.
He and I get along reasonably well. He seems to run the place, and I think I do. So it's pretty easy. He's 26. He's been with the company for about 3 years now, and he knows a lot about it. And he's actually the computer whiz. You know, he's the one that we've always had a computer, but we've never had the integration of the computer with our customers and with all of the different programs that we have. And he's kind of brought that along, which is nice. I'm the old guy. I got to look back in the file. You know, whenever I need something, I look in the file.
Now, I had a client of mine that called me the other day, and he installs tile. And he is behind on a job because he was waiting for a bearing for a machine that he uses to cut the tile. So I told him about you, and he had no idea that you were even in Bellingham. Now, for somebody that needs just one bearing like that, can they go to your office and get that?
Yes, we have quite a few retail customers, and most of our industrial customers we ship UPS. But with the retail customers, usually it's somebody who has a broken lawnmower, who has their vacuum cleaner is broken, or a bearing is gone on a rototiller or something like this, or even a tile saw, a regular bandsaw, that type of thing. We don't really cater to retail business because you can imagine we have industrial accounts that like Varney Brothers and there's Cumberland Quarry down in Rhode Island, Bucat Industrial Textiles. These folks are looking for large industrial bearings that really pay for our rent and pay for our salaries and help us keep the lights on. The retail business is great. We kind of joke about it because when these folks come in to get their lawnmower bearings, that means Chinese food that day. we get to have lunch and have Chinese food or something different.
The $3 bearing.
That's right. And we like to have them come in if it's nice and clean and easy. So they do help our business.
So do you have a lot of inventory?
We do. As a matter of fact, in Bellingham, we probably have about $500,000 worth of ball and roller bearings.
Wow.
Now, keep in mind that a company like ours, we don't just do ball bearings, we do industrial power transmission products. And what that means is, we do V-belts and pulleys, and motors, and reducers, and clutches and brakes, not automotive now, but clutches and brakes for like the conveyor system that carries the gravel. You've seen them at gravel pits where the motor on the belt pushes all the gravel up and it all comes off the top of your conveyor. We sell all those types of bearings, that type of thing. So that's really where our bread and butter is with industrial accounts.
Very interesting. Can you tell us why you like Bellingham and what you've done in town to be involved in the community?
When we first moved here, we were quite a bit younger, and to participate in the community, what we did was our kids were young enough to play sports, and we were always involved with chasing the kids around. And I think my wife likes baseball now because she got a chance to follow my daughter Megan and Matthew around and watch their games. Now when we're at home, she's the one that watches the Red Sox. And I'm the spouse that says, can't we watch some real TV? Do we always have to watch sports? But that's how it is. You know, we for years we did that, and now with the BBA, participating in the BBA, that's been a lot of fun, networking with some of the local businesses.
Now, you used to be a coach and
I
that
did.
sort of stuff in
For
town,
years,
too,
coached
right?
Matthew's teams and Megan's teams, and that would be one thing as far as small business owners. I know a lot of small business owners say they don't have time. They always say, my business takes me away from my own. The most important thing, I think, is you have to spend time with your family. Let your business go a little bit. You know, do the things, because your kids are only going to be 8 years old once. They're never going to go back there. And you hate to be, 20 years into your business and you say, what a fine business I have now. But gee, I missed, my kids growing up and going to their recitals and going to all the things that are really important, watching their baseball games or their band practice or whatever. And I think that's something that a lot of small business owners forget. Is it's not all about the business. It's about what the business brings to your family.
Well, I know as a business owner, you have sponsored many teams.
Yeah.
You've been very generous.
Yeah. That was one of the reasons why I started playing golf. I was sponsoring so many holes and so many things. I said, gee, here we are spending money to sponsor. I should probably stop playing. I might enjoy it. So we've been out a few times together.
We have been. We've had a lot of laughs.
Yeah.
Paul, I really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to be
That's
with
okay.
me today.
Well, my son Matt would say it's not that busy.
Well, we have a better understanding of your business,
Yeah.
and there may be businesses out there who, businesses like Gorelick are moving into town and hearing about you and knowing that you can take care of all of their bearing needs.
Yeah, geez, I hope so. There's always room for more customers, and I always say that the most important part of any business is you need to have customers who keep coming back. And the reason they come back is because you provide good service, and they like the people they're dealing with.
Right.
I mean, that's how you've built up your business over the years, is that you people like to do business with Sue Raneiri.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Before we end the show today, I would like to mention some special events that are taking place over the summer with the BBA. Beginning next Wednesday, July 6th, the BBA will be organizing a softball game to be held at the High Street Fields. Paul, you've played in this before, and so has Matthew.
Yeah,
so we're welcoming any members or any town residents that would like to come, have a good time. We will be putting together a couple of teams, and then we'll be heading over to Outbacks, who is one of the BBA's big supporters, and for some refreshments. After next Wednesday, then on Thursday, we have the movie night on the middle school fields. And the movie for this night is How to Train Your Dragon. The BBA will be handing out Frisbees to everyone that attends, all the children, of course, and any other members that would like to hand out trinkets or promotional items from their business are more than welcome to come.
Will they have dragons there for the kids?
I think so, and you're going to be the one dressed up
in the
as
costume?
one. Yeah.
Thanks.
Our BBA Family Fun Day is going to be August 13th at the Y in Franklin. There'll be group activities, games, lunch, swimming, and promises to be a lot of fun for all ages. Maybe your grandkids will be here from Texas, and you can
that would be nice.
take them. Yeah. And finally, to kick off our 2011-2012 year, we have our annual golf tournament, which is always a great time, at the Monday, September 26th at the New England Country Club, and that begins at 3:30. Anyone interested in playing, sponsoring a hole, is asked to call any BBA member. You can call Paul.
Yep.
He's always looking to put together a foursome. You can call myself or any other member. It's always a great time. All the proceeds from this event allow us to sponsor our two $1,500 scholarships to Bellingham graduates.
And
So-
we always have extra exploding golf balls.
Yes, we
Maybe.
do. I've been a victim to some of yours, Paul, in the past.
Yes.
For more information on the BBA, you can go to our website, www.bellinghambusinessassociation.org. We're always looking for new members and ideas, and would be pleased to discuss membership and organizations with you. Thank you again, Paul. On behalf of the BBA and Strictly Business, I would like to wish all of you a very happy and safe summer.
Okay.